तो दर्द होता है, पानी पीता हूँ तो दर्द होता है, क्यों होता है पता नहीं। अभी डॉक्टर आएगी, तुम्हें समझाएगी, समझ में आ जाएगा। पसंद आए तो सब्सक्राइब कर लेना, वरना लौट के मत आना। अच्छा है।
This hilarious ad includes so much that we don't know about. Whenever we face pain in our teeth while chewing, it could be due to several reasons. Today, in this video, we will explore one of those many reasons why you may face pain while eating your food.
Hi guys, I'm here with a case for you. Now today we are going to see one of the reasons why we experience pain in the tooth. Always remember, it's not only just a cavity or a caries or bleeding of gums which causes pain. Sometimes it's more than that. So today, as you can see in front of your screen, there is a radiograph, okay? Or X-ray is there. Now, this radiograph is a intraoral, as in a 2D X-ray it is. So, this is our tooth of concern, that is, patient has pain in the upper left back region. Now, this is tooth 26, that is your upper first molar, and it is endodontically or root canal treatment has been done. If I see here this radiograph, I can't comment much about it, as in what's wrong with the tooth that patient is having pain.
Okay, let's go.
At this level, it's not possible. So, for a detailed evaluation, we'll move on to the CBCD slicing and I'll show you what this tooth has. Okay. So, here is my oblique slicing. Okay. And I'll move my cursor. So, I guess if you people can appreciate here, just see this. This is my region of concern. Okay. Area of interest is tooth 26. Now, this tooth has, first of all, three roots. Okay. First root, mesiobuccal. Second is your destobuccal root. Third is your palatal root. Now, all these roots, they have periapical infection. Okay. There is infection. Can you see here? This is the mesiobuccal root is having infection. This is with the destobuccal and this is with the palatal. So, it is a case of failing endodontically treated tooth, or you can say failing root canal treatment in this case. Now, the important thing is about this root, okay, this mesiobuccal root. If I move, there is a fracture line, okay. See here, can you appreciate this line? This is a fracture line. Now, any fracture which happens, we need to know what is the exact extent of this. Because if you want to go for extraction also, then the dentist needs to know, okay, that the root is, divided into two parts, or whether there's just a complete fracture or incomplete fracture, so that at the time of extraction, you can reduce the number of complications. So now this fracture, it's running from the base of the restoration. Base of the restoration, that is your coronal or the filling, you can say, which has been done. It's extending from here and it's going on. See my cursor, you can see the fracture. It's continues down when I'm moving. It is running along with this root canal filling material. Okay, the fracture plane is running along with this, and finally through the entire root, you can say, see, I'm coming to the end of the root and the fracture line is still there. It's continuing and finally it's ending at the root tip or the root apex, that is the end of the root. So here is a case, there is a fully displaced vertical root fracture with respect to this mesiobuccal root. Now, if you see here, the fragments of the root, they have been, can you see? This is the fracture line. So this is one fragment and this is my another, that is the mesial and distal fragment. So the root has been divided into two parts. This is the reason why we are calling it as a displaced vertical root fracture. Okay. Now you'll say, what is this infection? What's happening here? So I'll tell you about this also. See, whatever the infection is here with the mesiobuccal root, which I already told you that it's a failing root canal treatment. So this infection is spreading here mesially, okay? And here it is draining. Now, how it is draining? Okay, try to see here in this section your infection, and you see this is your bone is there, okay? Here also, here there is a break, okay? In our terms we call it as dehiscence, okay? For you people to simplify, I would say the bone loss, okay? The bone is not appreciated here, the buccal bone. Buccal, as I told you previously also, that is the buccal which is towards the cheek or towards the lip. So the buccal cortex is gone here. So what is happening is the infection is draining through this buccal cortex. This patient must be having, I can say, pus discharge or swelling would be there, buccal aspect on the gingiva, definitely in this region because of this drainage pathway. Okay. Now, why is this important? Is because whenever you want to place an implant, like this is a failing treatment, okay? We'll go for extraction, we'll place an implant. So if there is buccal cortex is not there, there are chances that the implant will fail and we don't want this to happen. So if I know that there is buccal dehiscence, we should go for buccal bone grafting. Okay, that is we need to add extra bone in. You can to just make it easy for you, so that the implant will get integrated. Okay, osseointegrated with the adjacent bone, and it's good to go. So in order to compensate for this bone loss, the grafting is required. Now, definitely in a radiograph, you won't appreciate how much in a 2D radiograph to how much is the bone loss, which here you can see so much in detail. Now, next thing which I'll show you is about your palatal root. Okay. Now, palatal root also, if you see, there is bone loss. There is periradicular. The root, there is bone loss. See here, palatally, then mesially also. And the palatal cortex is dehiscent. That is lost, or you can say it's gone. Okay. Now, there are two chances. First is that there is bone loss and it's extending from the crest, it's up to the pathology. Either it's a drainage pathway, okay, that is why the bone is gone here, just like I explained you about the buccal. Similarly, the palatal also. Or another chance is that there might be a non-displaced vertical root fracture along with this palatal root. Okay, so in order to simplify so that you people don't get confused, try to understand. For mesiobuccal, it's a fully displaced because you can clearly, appreciate the fracture between the buccal and the palatal and the fragments. So this is fully displaced. We can clearly appreciate and the fragments are there, be there. So there is either a drainage pathway long standing or a root fracture with respect to this palatal root. Now, once again, I'll just tell you what all things you need to know for this particular tooth. First of all, failing endodontic treatment. Okay. There is infection with all the three roots, mesiobuccal, distobuccal, and palatal. For mesiobuccal, the infection is draining buccally between the two tooth, that between the two teeth, that is your premolar and your molar. Through between what is the space is there, through that the infection is draining. So that is your buccal drainage pathway. Okay. Next thing about the root fracture, whereby it's divided into two fragments, and it's involving the furcation also. Okay, here you can see the fracture, and another I have already shown you in detailed in the axial. See here, till here the fracture is there. Okay, this is the furcation area. Remember, furcation area, that is where the mesiobuccal and the palatal, these roots are dividing. So this is one more thing to remember, that is your root fracture is involving this furcation area also. And third thing to remember is about your palatal root, that is it's either having a drainage and the palatal bone is also gone, or there may be a root fracture associated with it.